A good afternoon or good morning, depending where you are. We will get started very soon. Just give us a few minutes. It's 12:31 here in Portugal, where I am. My name is Dan Lejuskar. I'm the chairman and CEO, and I have with me a few colleagues that I will introduce shortly. In fact, why don't we start with that? I'll turn off the screen so everybody can introduce themselves. Welcome. By the way, I'm very excited to welcome you to this deep dive. We're going to see so many fun things. We're going to learn how to create, how to explore the real world, how to do role play, how to generate course materials or XR on the fly. And to my help, I have my smart colleagues here that will guide me through the whole process. So without further ado, let me just go around the table. Ladies first. Hi, Richie.
Hi, Dan. Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Richie. I'm Chief of Staff at EON Reality, so I'll be moderating this session. If there are any questions, if you need any more materials, just write to me directly or to Dan, and you'll get them in your inbox as soon as we're done. Thank you.
Richie will keep us geek in check, make sure that everything's fine. Let's go from up down. So we have Marcin with us. Hi, Marcin.
Hello, Dan. Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be here once again on the webinar with all of our EON XR excited users. And we're looking forward towards this presentation. And for introduction part on my side, I'm responsible for training and education and supporting the customers in EMEA region in their successful implementation of the product. So looking forward to today's presentation.
Wonderful. And I believe you're calling from Poland, right, today?
That's correct. So I'm in the cold, wintry, snowy Poland right now.
How about you? I forgot to ask you, Richie, where are you?
I'm based in France, not in Paris, but in Champagne.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I guess a bit too early for Champagne this morning. So let's move on from one cold place to another. Vincent Tree, our CTO. Go ahead, please. You are muted, I think, Vincent.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Hello. Sorry. My name is Vincent Tree, and I'm based in Gothenburg, in Sweden. So today I'm going to talk a bit about what's new about the new release that's coming up.
You guys are the gurus, you and Jan, behind all these wonderful things that we're going to experience very short. So I'm so excited. With that, let's go further. Now we go to a warm place. Ali, where are you today?
Hello, Dan. Hello, everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. My name is Ali, and I'm from EON Reality based in Singapore. But nonetheless, today I am in Papua New Guinea. I'm here for a business trip, and it's a pleasure to see all of you here today. And I will be working closely with my team members here in our deep dive session today. So looking forward to the exciting features and products that we have to present to you. Thank you so much.
Wow, Papua New Guinea. Most of us have to look at the map to understand. That's somewhere north of Australia, I guess south of Singapore or something like that. It's a very exciting place. I've been there for 9 days. And I believe we have lots of customers there. So if we can do it in Papua New Guinea, I'm sure we can do it here in Portugal. So Dan Lejuskar, I'm in Portugal. I already said that. And last but not least, the Executive Vice President for all this nice development, Jan Kjellström.
Yeah, hi there. So I'm responsible for the global development, and I spent the last 23 years at the California office. Now I just moved to Portugal, so now I'm like 3 kilometers away from Dan here, and it's pouring rain outside. I kind of hope to be a little bit better weather, but yeah.
Yeah, he's right, and I can see the evidence right outside the door. Okay, guys, I guess now that we got the introduction out of the way, it's time to get into the presentation. And I know that you are all eager to not to hear us so much, but to actually see something. And I promise I'll get to it right away. And for that purpose, let's see here how I go to, there you go. I'm shifting to the presentation. And let's see if I get the right one. This is the right one. And there we go. So today last week or 2 weeks ago at the last event, we talked about the virtual campus. Today we are expanding from the campus to the entire knowledge world, which comprises also companies, enterprises, and even consumers with this new release. The agenda today is I'll do a 5 minutes, just quick intro, maybe 3 minutes even. And then we're going to deep dive. We're going to deep dive and experience the virtual campus and the software live 9.9. First off the bat is Ali that's going to guide me to a creation. So we're going to create something live for you in less than 4 or 5 minutes. We're even going to test it and get assessed in what we created. So that's first off the bat. Second is soft skills. At the heart of this, Marcin will show us a role play where we can train on our soft skills. And then guided by Ali, we're going to do an explore of reality here in Portugal again. So that will be the fourth. After this, we're going to, Vincent is going to take us to the overview and release notes. And then finally, Jan is going to help me to buckle up and look at the future plans. Last but not least, I want to remind you that if you are interested and excited about our product, there is a grant opportunity where we can sponsor up to 99% of the licenses for early birds. So I'll talk about that last. And of course, we'll take some questions and answers. So without further ado, let's go. I'll start with a video that we just prepared for 9.9.
Welcome to the future of immersive learning with EON XR 9.9, introducing EON Soft Skills, a groundbreaking feature in immersive learning technology. Step into a world of interactive role-playing with an AI avatar. Here, you can develop essential skills in leadership, negotiation, and conflict resolution. Engage in a variety of scenarios spanning human resources, business, and safety sectors. This platform is designed to enhance your emotional intelligence, adaptability, and problem-solving skills. You'll receive immediate, personalized feedback, enabling you to refine your interpersonal and professional soft skills in real time. Experience our AI assistant avatar with comprehensive multi-language support. Whether you're a native speaker or embarking on the journey of learning a new language, our avatar adapts to your needs, ensuring a truly global and inclusive learning experience.
Estos planetas se dividen en dos categorías. Los planetas inferiores, Mercurio, Venus, Tierra.
Dive deeper into the realm of knowledge with our enhanced discovery feature. Seamlessly navigate through interconnected subtopics, understand their intricate relationships, and enjoy adaptive, engaging presentations. These are tailored to your unique learning path, ensuring a personalized and effective educational experience. Elevate your learning experience with our advanced Multiverse Builder Play mode. This mode offers a dynamic blend of interactive multimedia presentations, quizzes, and games. They are meticulously designed to assess and reinforce your knowledge in an engaging and effective manner. This interactive approach ensures that learning is not just informative, but also enjoyable and memorable. Discover EON Interact, our intuitive and innovative tool for animating 3D models. With EON Interact, you can effortlessly move parts, rotate sections, and alter colors of 3D models. This feature allows you to bring your creations to life with simple yet powerful controls, making it an ideal tool for educators, designers, and learners alike. EON XR 9.9 is more than just a technological advancement. It's a redefinition of the boundaries of immersive learning. With this release, we're not just looking at the future, we're actively shaping it. The future of immersive learning is here with EON XR 9.9.
Wow. Okay. I can't wait to get my hands on this and actually do it myself. Which will happen very soon. But let's put this a little bit in context for you. Now, I get a lot of questions about EON Reality on our platform, and I have a very simple trick for you how you can remember. We only have one platform. We have two products, one that's more centered in XR and one with AI. They are blended together, so when you experience it, you're not going to see the difference. Then we have three different applications. We have the virtual campus that address education, academia. We have virtual enterprise that address areas like manufacturing, energy, aerospace, health, hospitality, and security. And we have something new, the virtual learner. This is for some people that want to learn for improving their career, learning more about lifestyle activities, hobbies, travel, or whatever they want. So these are the only 3 application groups we have. Now, what we do, which we'll see today, we can apply in each area different templates. We're going to see first hard skills, how you can create something that's very tangible. Soft skills, that's all about learning and having role play and training how to react using an artificial intelligent agent. And explore reality, injecting knowledge in a physical environment. In fact, we will do that very soon. So this room will burst with knowledge. But last but not least, story and quest. We're going to also visit that. So simple. To manifest that, you only have to remember the 4 buttons. There's a button for very template. So the first one for hard skill is with create button, explore reality, role play for soft skills, and library that helps you get more information. So without further ado, it's time for the deep dive. So Ali, are you ready to help me?
Absolutely, Dan. We are ready to go.
Okay, so I'm going to use this phone, and just to demonstrate something simple, I could have used something more advanced like a headset, which EON is compatible with, or a laptop. But I thought, why don't we use something that even in Papua New Guinea we have in our pocket? And yes, you're right.
Would you like to create with guided assistance, explore the physical world with AI assistance, browse the library of experiences, or start AI conversation?
So as Jan well said, the proof is in the pudding. It's raining outside today in Portugal. Now, please note, this is live. You can see my left hand here. And we have the 4 different buttons that you just saw. Let's start with create. And Ali, you need to help me out step by step here. Let's assume it's my first time.
Yeah, sure, Dan. All right, so click our create mode and choose your avatar here. We have various EON persona. All right, you can choose one that suits the particular domain that you are keen to learn about. Otherwise, you can just stick to your default persona here.
And let me see what the point of this is. I can see there's university, there is enterprise, there's primary school. How will this affect? Will this impact the content or by my choices?
Well, in terms of content, yes, to an extent it would. For example, if you select a university professor as your EON avatar, and it will provide answers that is related to a university level, and just like how a professor would answer you. So hence, yes, indeed, personas will take effect in.
So I guess I'll probably go for primary school. Explain it to me as I was in 7 years. No, actually, I'll go for default. Why not? Let's click on this.
Please select a topic from the following segments. If you choose custom, you have the option to specify your own topic using your voice or keyboard.
Okay, what do I do? What should we go for? Education?
So we have 2 major options here, education and enterprise. We do have a lot of custom topics which have already been added. But if you can't find one specific one, you can use the custom option. But nonetheless, it's okay. Let's go to education and look at the main topics that we have. Okay, here you can see we have TVET, liberal arts, health services. Let's try health and human services here.
This actually reminds me of going to Subway and building my own sandwich. It's pretty simple so far. Let's see if it holds. Okay.
Yeah, and then here you have some of the main subjects such as healthcare, dentistry, and optician, etc. We can pick perhaps the first one, allied health sciences.
Okay.
And right down here, you will be selecting the main topic they would like to learn about. It could be anatomy, medical terminology, or maybe we can go with medical procedures and tactics.
Got it. So basically all I did so far, I just select things. Good. Easy peasy. Okay, what now?
And here you have a wide range of images that's related to medical procedures. We can just select the first one and proceed with next.
Okay. So it says cat here. I'm doing that.
Yep. And right now, the avatar is going to create the knowledge portals that's related to the particular topic that you've selected.
That's cool. Okay, so I have a hero image here.
Select to explain about the parts or show the process.
You can tell the avatar whether you want to learn about the parts of the process. Yep, process is good. And then you will see the magic.
Oh, wow.
Medical procedures and techniques involve several components. The process begins with diagnosis, where healthcare professionals identify the underlying condition or disease. Once diagnosed, treatment Options are discussed, which may include medication, surgery.
So if I click on this and stop it, I can see there's a little blue dots. So can I click, for example, anesthesia? Or now I see two symbols there. I see, let's see what happens if I click on this.
Anesthesia is a crucial component of medical procedures, ensuring patient comfort.
Wow, and this one? So it's building all the knowledge for me.
Absolutely, Dan. So the traditional way of the
having an
platform was
observation.
you need to
You may be
add your
given
own
general anesthesia.
But now everything's generated by the AI. It took us less than 5 clicks to look at what we are getting here today. We're getting all the various necessary knowledge portals with videos, text, and images. And we can continue the learning journey. You can select continue when you're ready.
I must confess here, I cheated earlier, and I know that everything that's in this. So we have here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They all have videos, text, images, and AI is smart enough to do a nice report to us. I saw that, so that part I cheated. Okay, so I click continue. Okay, what do I do now?
So here you can select a particular keyword to pick your 3D model. Or if you can't find your keyword here, not to worry, you can just select the custom icon and you can just type in the name of a 3D model they're looking for. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna say hospital. That's pretty.
And this will take you to our EON XR 3D assets library. We have more than 9 million free 3D models now. We have also integrated Sketchfab within our platform. Here you can easily select on one of the 3D model here. Yep. If you have imported your own 3D models, you'll find it under My Assets, or you can go to Sketchfab. But we can stick to XR library today, and you can pick a 3D model.
I can't resist. A little birdie told me that you guys are doing, and we actually are doing something where I can take text to 3D and I can get the 3D environment without going to 9 million. So we can go to infinite. Is that right?
That's right, then. With our technology, we have text to 3D functions available.
Okay, so let's tap here. This is cool. Look at this. Okay.
So you can scale it to 1:1 scale, and you can now replace your real life environment into this virtual environment of this hospital room.
Okay, let me just adjust this so I can still see my sea view. I like a sea view from my hospital. Right?
Absolutely, I can see a sea view through the hospital's windows there.
Okay, let's go for parts of process. Okay, let's see what she's saying to us. Okay, I turn off the volume.
Doctors and nurses work together to provide medical care to patients. The process begins in the emergency department, where patients are assessed and treated for urgent medical conditions. If a patient requires surgery, they are taken to one of the...
Now I understand. I think I need to pay attention to this because I'm going to be assessed later on, right?
Absolutely. So we have AI-generated assessments for you to also perform. For learners, we have that. So it is important for us to study all the knowledge portals here, the video, text, images, understand them, and afterwards we will be able to attempt the assessments effectively.
So it pays not to be lazy when I create, or I have to first see this. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And the blue dots are doing the same thing. So if I click, for example, radiology, and I turn on the volume back, I will be able to see here, okay.
The radiology department in a hospital is responsible.
This is amazing. So it basically generates everything I need to know visually, auditorily. Okay, I'm sold on that part. So now, can't wait to see what happens when I click continue.
Would you like to add another model?
I'm pretty fine with this. I think I say no.
Here are some additional activities you can do. Add more objects, assessments, and annotations. Try out some quizzes or chat with the AI to explore the subject further.
Wow, this feels like a Swedish smorgasbord.
Absolutely, you have all the options here. You can continue with other activities.
Okay. What would you like me to do? Should we do add an object maybe?
Yeah, well, I can show you. You can add multiple 3D models to the Metaverse Builder lesson. That is the interesting fact, isn't it? So you can select add object.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yep. You can use text to speech or speech to text to mention the keyword of the model.
Ventilator. Oh.
So now we go back to our assets library, and you can see there's a couple of ventilators there. Yep, great. So with that, you can see now within one lesson, we have multiple 3D models there. right? We have the hospital room, and within the hospital room, now we have also a ventilator machine.
I see I can move it and pinch it to scale. Wow, this is cool. Okay, so let's go back to wizard. Okay, what are we doing now, Ali? Help me out.
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, you can end the wizard.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
And add the 3D recording. Okay, I can do that. But I like to, I'm lazy, so I just want to. Is it okay that I click on add to 3D recording?
Absolutely. You can do it while you are here. You know, you can select add 3D recording, and then you can now do some recording. You can, perhaps show some steps on how to dissect a ventilator.
Hello, today we're going to dissect this ventilator. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And you have to pay attention to this part right here. This is an important part because that's how you can calibrate this. So don't forget that part. And let's put it back together. Thank you. So what happened here?
So now when students play back the 3D recording, not only we will be looking at the procedures which you did, but you will appear like a virtual trainer as an avatar yourself, and we will be able to see exactly everything which you did. And we can also repeat the steps as an assessment.
Okay, because I have ADD, I couldn't resist checking the buttons. And I can see there was one quiz, so it's already generated the quiz for me here.
Yes,
and
all these assessments such as quiz, Jeopardy, identify,
locate, everything. Okay, but now I'll go to see what happened if it's not clicking here with the recording. Cool.
Steps on how to dissect.
Okay, hello. Today we're going to dissect this ventilator. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And you have to pay attention to this part right here. This is an important part because that's how you can calibrate this. So don't forget that. And let's put it back together. I mean, this is crazy. We just did a full animation. So let me see if I get this. If I had 10 different maintenance procedures for this ventilator, I could just record them one by one, and then they will be there.
Absolutely, Dan. So you can guide your learners on how to, for example, fix an engine or fix a machine like this. And when we watch you back, not only will be looking at you repeating, guiding us on the steps, but we're also looking at you 20 years younger as an avatar. So it's.
I noticed I lost some weight. I think my wife is gonna like the new website. But let's. You're not going to get off the hook so easy. I'm interested about this 3D assessment. What's that?
Okay, so 3D assessment is basically for learners. First, we watch and listen to how you did it. And then when we repeat the steps, we will be assessed based on whether we did it exactly as how you did it. And we have target time to complete the task as just as how you have did it.
Listen, I come from the simulator business. So, we used to do aircraft simulator. This reminds me, basically what you built here is a simulator that I have to not land the aircraft, but I have to follow the procedure and I get scored. Is that right?
Absolutely. If there's a stimulation procedure you need to teach us, you can show us the step-by-step guide. And as learners, we can repeat the same steps. And you'll be able to assess our performance through that.
Okay, I'm seeing there's a plus button here. Wow, there's much more I can do. What happens if I click on this button? Let's see. Okay, let's see. What's that? Is that it? It says interact. What does
Yes, this is part of our EON Interact product where we have various features and animations which you can add to the existing lesson. And for example, like a smoke, all right, you can customize your Interact in a way whereby if students were to, for example, accidentally make a wrong move, then a smoke would trigger. So all these are little interactions which you can add to your lesson.
That's cool. I also saw an AI button there. I clicked on that, and I guess that gives me annotation name. So it seems like it's a whole buffet of things that we can use all the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let me just do that. So now with this in mind, what we have to do next is to save the lesson. And after we save the lesson, we can do play, correct?
That's right. So you just, every changes made has been auto-saved. So you can just hit the cross icon at the top left.
Okay.
And you can save the lesson.
I will do that. Oops, sorry. I pushed the wrong button here. Butterfingers. Okay, no problem. So now I will go back where we were, and I should see this lesson popping up right now in my workspace, correct?
Yes. So once you log into the application, you will find it under the workspace. Oh, yeah. You have.
Yeah, I went to library. And now let's go to my workspace.
Yeah.
And there you have in Portugal. There you have medical procedure.
And that's the lesson. Yeah.
And now I have some options here. I can start.
Yeah. So before that, then if I may just share with you, right before your profile icon, you see View AI Report. There you'll be able to see all the knowledge portals that were generated by the AI assistant. You will find everything here in one document. The images, videos, text, class syllabus outline, learning objectives, lesson plan, everything. You will get it in one piece here.
Okay, what next?
And then you'll see a start meeting option. So start meeting is where we have the spatial meeting. So right now, if you were to share this code with me, I will be able to join you using my mobile device, and I will appear like an avatar in your virtual environment. And similarly, you will appear as an avatar in my virtual environment.
Oh,
yes,
wow. Let's do that a little later, maybe. That's awesome.
Yeah, we can try that out. Yeah, and we will be in the same lesson despite being in various parts of the world. Yeah.
Okay, well, then there are two buttons. There's a pen and there's start experience. Please.
Yeah, pen in the blue box is for you to continue to edit the experience. But what we are going to do now is select start experience and look at how the lesson looks like from an end user mode.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's see.
Yeah. So you
Hello.
just play.
This is an experience about medical procedures and techniques.
Okay. So
Next, I will explain to you about medical procedures and techniques.
So here we have all the 3D objects, such as the hospital room, the ventilator, and even the image, together with the knowledge portal.
Okay, so now she's going to talk about medical procedure for us. And now that's the one we created earlier, correct?
That's right.
Diagnosed. Treatment options are discussed.
So if I want to skip those, because I'm courageous.
Next, I will explain to you about...
Yeah, just at the bottom, you see a little cross. Yep, you can just select it to stop her from speaking.
Hospitals. Are healthcare facilities that provide medical
Let's
procedures.
skip that too.
Now let's do some activities to assess what you have just learned. When you are finished, you can exit this session or further explore other activities such as the AI and knowledge portals.
Okay, so should I go first?
Start quiz challenge? The timer begins when you press start.
You need to help me.
Okay, yeah, sure then.
Yes.
So this is our AI generated quizzes. So here's a question. And you can select one of the answers here, right?
What is the purpose of tracheostomy? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think it has to do with breathing. Okay, I was right.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Okay, Jeopardy. Let's see next.
So this is our Jeopardy assessment.
Challenge. Go to the object identified, then press start.
I'm going to do just that.
What is the branch of medicine that uses operative techniques to investigate or treat a disease or injury?
I don't know, but I see a button here. I can get help.
That's right. You select the button and then you got to fill in the word there.
Okay, I think it's surgery, right? Let's see. Surgery. Yeah. I didn't get it on the first round, but I did get it.
What is the process of restoring someone to health or normal life through training and therapy after a disease or injury?
And the key to the success of getting these answers correct is to begin by going through all the knowledge portals, reading the text and watching the videos. And thereafter, when you perform the Jeopardy assessment, you should be able to get the answers right.
I would say therapy. How about that?
That's wrong, but you can try again.
Rehabilitation. Oh, yeah. I didn't get it on the first try. That's why it's yellow, I guess. Yeah, otherwise it would have been green.
Use the process of determining the cause and nature of a disease.
I think I get a hang of it. We have many things to cover, so we'll stop there. Okay, so now I have it. Let's say I'm happy, and I end my session. And exit lesson. So I guess I can see my score somewhere. I get to see if I'm certified or not, right?
Yeah. If you just scroll down, you'll be able to see under the experienced students, we have the statistics report there, right below there. Ooh. Here, you'll be able to see the number of students who have attempted the session, how much of time was spent, and everything. Within one glance, you'll be able to even see the amount of score that they have, gained from the particular session. So everything is found within the statistics reports here.
Okay, so this was pretty cool. So within less than 10 minutes, we created a lesson, we built the models, we the AI helped me to create all the assessment, and I even got my first score. I must say, that's pretty impressive. On that note, I think we're done with Create, and I would like to hand it over to my colleague in Poland, and you will talk and show us a little bit about how this works with soft skills.
Correct.
Take it away.
Yeah, let me just grab the screen if that's okay with you.
1 second, I need to click on a button here, and I need to give up the screen. I did.
All right. Just to confirm everything is working, guys. You guys can see me, hear me, all technology works. That's a first step to the success. So once again, hello, everyone. So my role in this webinar is to introduce you to the new elements related to the Metaverse Builder creation process that is answering to the very oftenly existing question related of how the EON XR supports a soft skills content generation and how does it support with the creating content on the fly, on the go. I hope I'm just going to put the volume up here. You should be able to hear the automatically the avatar in the same user interface, in the same process right now, allowing me to do the role play, which I'm going to choose and set up my own avatar in the position of on front of me, and I'll try to put it in such a way that I can see the avatar and at the same time that I can see you guys. And please, of course, don't hesitate to put some questions in the chat or question box. And as you can see, same way as we had lots of the topics related to the hard skills generation process, training, learning, and performing, in the same format we have here related to the soft skills, either the human resources, business skills, medical skills, social work skills, which actually answers one of the questions that came before in here, how to generate that. That's already built in, where we can choose from available topics. And for every scenario here, we have multiple types of the topics available. So I'm maybe going to choose the conflict resolution, which always is kind of a challenging for every line manager, for instance, in the business, where we can choose in the same process. Once again, you see the similarities between the user interface formats. When you can choose and find, based on your keywords, based on your elements, and necessary graphical elements that can support you in the process of generating the knowledge, when then we can just select any kind of a surface. In this case, I can select the surface even on the floor. And the avatar in that format will be automatically generating a necessary information for me based on the topic that I selected. So in the same format as you would already know.
Resolution simulation.
Can you increase the volume a little bit? Sorry, Marcin, so we can hear better.
Can you hear now?
Its components include active listening,
Good,
effective communication, negotiation, problem solving, emotional intelligence, empathy, assertiveness, and mediation.
So as you can see, in the same format, we still have the ability to fully independently choose and explore the knowledge portal. So in the 3 steps that we approach here, so which is the learn, train, and assess, being able to decide when, what, and how you would like to explore, and having the avatar also being able to present that to you. And the same way as you were showing it, we also have the text, we have an image, and even the video functionality that has been automatically based on the intelligent algorithm and the AI technology built into the tool created. And then, of course, the elements, which is the most important and the most exciting, is the ability to be trained and validated eventually by the support of the artificial intelligence here. Where
please don't select negotiate your salary. That's it's not time for that yet.
Should I choose that? Okay, I mean, we could do that, or I can choose the disagreement or whatever. Okay, let's talk about the salary increase, Dan. So that is a challenge for both of us, right?
Why not? You are the boss right now, so I can't do much about it.
Good. Let's move on in this case and see how I'm going to be performing in this case. If I'm going to score more than 50% in this, we will have to have a follow-up conversation. But let's move on.
We'll see.
In here, we have the ability to select the role either we want to be on which side of the conversations, when the AI in the moment will change itself and adapt to the role that and the format of a presenter that I can choose from. So here, in the next step, I have ability to characterize my opponent and choose from one of the available options. As you can see, there are already various kind of characters. Either is it Emma, which is a high-performing employee, or is it Alex, which is a seasoning employee, or is it Sophia, Max, and others? So if I choose, for instance, the Alex in here, the next step, I can put that more in the personification format and choose that the Alex actually going to be a woman here. And I can choose the Alex and be having a conversation with her, where you can see the preparation for this conversation, that the user is I'm a manager and there is the AI, an employee of Alex. And let's begin the conversation. So as you can see, same way as Ali and yourself were creating the content, I'm also creating a content here on the fly.
I'm Alex. I've been with the company for many years and I understand our culture and values. I'm here to discuss a potential salary increase. How can I assist you?
So this is a process, once again, when the communication has been integrated together with the personification of the AI customizable persona, as well as the avatar representation, which makes the whole conversation much more easy. And now I can just, by pressing one button on the right-hand side, you can see the button of a microphone, I can have a natural conversation.
Let's get going, Marcin.
I would like to discuss the potential of your salary increase. What do you think about that? And in that case, the AI will be able to generate.
Thank you for bringing up the topic of a potential salary increase. I appreciate your recognition of my contributions. Let's discuss your thoughts and expectations regarding the increase.
No more than 5%, I think.
I think the pay increase in the current time will be a difficult thing to achieve. I can suggest 5%.
Thank you for considering a salary increase despite the current challenges. While I understand the constraints, I believe my contributions warrant a higher increase. Can we explore a compromise between 5% and a higher percentage?
I'm not sure about that. What kind of options do you suggest?
I appreciate your consideration. To find a win-win solution, we could consider options such as a performance-based increase, additional responsibilities,
and as you can see here, and I'm going to a little bit put the volume down for a moment. The AI is adaptively changed to the conversations we're having. That's one thing. And then when we finish the conversation, and I purposely not going to continue that, but as you can imagine, same way we can stop the conversations. We can, of course, collect all of the information that we are doing in the same time, having access to this knowledge. And right now,
you want to listen to the analysis.
Yes, and before it, while it's generated, exactly what I'm trying to say, that my AI avatar.
This is your overview chart and your score at 76%. Click on summary or details report for more information.
So basic already on that analysis, I can tell that, for instance, I was open for the discussion and recognition of employee contribution, where the AI already recognized my lack of willingness to find a compromise solution. And this is very clearly demonstrated by the visual format, where we can also generate.
Here's a summary of your role play activity.
We have the ability to eventually see the summary and the detailed report, where I can very strictly and very in a very clear way.
Detailed report. Manager did right. 1. The manager initiated the conversation about the potential salary increase, showing openness to discuss the topic. 2. The manager acknowledged the employee's contributions and recognized their value to the company. 3. The manager considered a salary increase.
I'm going to mute that in here, but what I want to highlight,
showing a willingness to address
here, that it's not only, of course, focusing on those positive aspects, but also what is very important for improvements. If we're training as a HR, or we're training a future managers, we're saying here, what did the manager do it wrong also? So not only a positive, but also being able that, for instance, the manager initially suggested a specific percentage, and it takes the exact value. So it's analyzing and interpreting my data, put in a natural format, but it is that manager, for instance, expressed uncertainty and hesitancy when an employee proposed exploring a compromise. So all of that is a very positive.
But what I like, sorry to interrupt you, but I also see that it suggests what you should have said instead. That I thought was even more helpful.
Absolutely.
Because, what did he say? Can you look at that?
Yeah, so what we have in here, we have, instead of, for instance, as a suggestion, what should have been said. And I'm actually going to be putting here so I can be more front to you guys. And in here, you can see that what should have been said instead is they suggesting a specific person. The manager could have asked the employee about the expectations, discuss the performance and contribution. Instead of expressing uncertainty, the manager could have shown more openness to the employee's suggestion. And also I have the grade, so even quantitative elements has been included into the assessment process here, which makes the full soft skill, either is a conversation in HR department, as you guys see, either is the conversation that I can still continue with the AI assistant here, which I can still explore. I can still use all of the functionality you know already from the part that Ali and yourself were able to present, but having this created. And last but not least, also, if that is happening, and imagine that the manager is being trained at the home, we have ability to make it private, public, or even present and share the same way as you were showing it, categorize that to any kind of educational, or maybe, for instance, the enterprise sector, selecting that I would like to use I don't know, and maybe the healthcare is not the best one, but there are lots of the other categories that we have available, or we can choose even the other category where we can select it. And when we're done with this process, we can very clearly, social and human services or social behavior and sciences, selecting the category, I'll put in the economics, save it, share it, collaborating with the others. So that's the benefits of EON XR being superposed with the support of AI. And as what is changing in this, or what is improved in the latest release, is exactly the process where we can create these things as a role playing. Then we can define those roles, which gives us infinite options in regards to the soft skills demonstrations, instead of soft skills scenarios in which we can be personas on the both sides.
I can hear you excited, Marcin. You are you did a great job there. Now, what I played with this new functionality, and what for me was quite amazing, is that if you take the diversity. So I went from actually being a doctor and trying to diagnose a patient and see if I can diagnose correctly, to conflict resolution, to negotiation skills, and much more. So I know you want to say something else. Please, sorry, yes. I don't want to interrupt the flow.
And exactly, when we're talking about the diversity, because of integrating, and that was also presented in the video side, I want to go into deep. And right now, we have the ability to diverse related to our representative avatars, both on the elements of our assistant, where we can choose, of course, one of the available languages in here, where we can choose the different voices, as you can see, to be able to be expressed with the accent, maybe American, maybe British, maybe South African accent, as well as I noticed we have some of the partners coming here. We can have our own representation and express ourselves in any kind of a format. And either I would like to be presented as somebody else, I can decide if this is my avatar or AI assistant, and having this all being available and updated within the application instantly. So that's, once again, just to
Thank you.
add a little bit.
Thank you for that, Marcin. It was very illustrative. And I know that we have friends here from South Africa, from Uganda, from Sweden, from all corners of the world. And yes, we can address this in your own language. We have one more thing that we would like to demonstrate. And I know that we are so excited, so we are dragging on the time here. So we need to think about time. And I'll try to do it very quickly with help of Ali, which is the explore reality aspect. So let me just share the screen, and we'll try to do this fairly quick. Let's see here. You should be able to see my screen momentarily. Let me know if you see my phone.
Yes, we are able to then.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So what we'll do now is we'll go for the second button, and I need your help. I actually picked 2 items to explore. So
great. So then here is where you can select the explore option, and you can set a persistent anchor in wherever you are right now, in your living room, right? You can set the persistent anchor there.
Okay. So that first I need to select someone. I'll go for the professor.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Welcome to Cascais, a coastal town near Lisbon. Did you know that Cascais is known for its beautiful sandy beaches and charming old town?
Yeah.
So the avatar is able to know where you are based on your geolocation. And here you go. Yeah, you can place your persistent anchor here.
So I guess this needs to be green, right?
Exactly. You're just going to walk around the white bars until they turn green, so that afterwards, when your learners come into Lisbon, they should know where to stand in order to look at the knowledge portals on the real life objects. Yeah, you can take a picture for better identification.
So I selected two objects, and I did a mystery object that most people don't know what it is. And let's see if it picks out. So
right, you can select the center icon, the AI image record. Yep, take a picture, and we will allow the engine to generate the results.
I also heard that in the next version, we can actually scan the whole room at once rather than just one object.
Exactly. Yeah, that will be the next upcoming video. Yeah, so this is a swim butts waterproof. Okay.
You know what it does?
No, then I have no idea. I'm excited to look at the results to know more about this.
Let's see if someone tells us what it is. 99% of people don't know what this is.
SwimBuds waterproof headphones for swimming.
Okay.
One fun fact about the SwimBuds waterproof headphones is that they are designed to be completely submersible in water, allowing you to enjoy your favorite music or podcasts while swimming or participating in water sports.
So here's where our professor is giving an orientation about the SwimBuds.
Here is a video related to SwimBuds waterproof.
I'm curious, just a second.
When you're done exploring the knowledge portal, press continue.
That's cool. Woohoo! Look at
so
that.
When you select continue, you have all the knowledge portals here now talking about the SwimBuds. So earlier on was an orientation of a text, video, and image, and now you have the enhanced version of the knowledge portals.
SwimBuds waterproof is a versatile and durable set of waterproof headphones designed for swimmers.
Okay.
And
so it asked me if I want to do another object. I'll do one more if that's okay with you.
Yeah, please go ahead then. Right, you can please.
Should we take? I think I was thinking about the coffee, but I want to. It's too easy, so I want to do more difficult stuff. So let's take anything. What's amazing about AI? It identifies even paintings of unknown painting. I did this in Turkey, and it was doing it for me.
Great.
Okay, so I guess I select one, right?
Yeah, you can select one which is the closest to the object. And once again, all these objects are real life objects. They are not digital objects in Dan's room.
Apple AirPods Max are high quality over-ear headphones with exceptional sound and advanced features.
So if I say fast forward and continue.
When you're done exploring the knowledge portal, press continue.
So each time you want to fast forward, just select the little cross at the bottom, and then you will move on to the next phase. And here you get the various components of this particular object.
Can I get 3D objects also?
Apple AirPods Max.
Yes, then absolutely. You can even end this, select the cross icon and the wizard, and you can start adding 3D objects to your lesson.
No, I said no then, and then I can
you add the wizard. Yeah.
So headphones.
There you go. You can select a 3D model now, and you can place it next to your real life headphones there.
Oh, these are cooler than mine. Okay, I got it. So now when I done that, if I stop, will this be saved?
Yes, then. So at the top left, you can just select the cross icon, and then you can save and exit the lesson. All right, just like how we do it for other lessons as well. You can set the level and the categories. You can keep it private if it's still work in progress, or you can publish it in the public library. And then right here, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the anchor location.
So this is dangerous. It gave up my destination.
But then again, if you are sharing this lesson with me, and if I need to look at the knowledge portals on the real life objects, this is how I will know where should I go to find the persistent anchor.
This is cool. Look, we have a knowledge injection in Portugal, so I can just go in here. Cool. So, and there's a report here the same way, right? Oh, it also
Exactly.
a conversation. Okay, this is really fun. Okay, so now one thing that I played with that I need to ask you about, what if someone is in another location? So it's not here, but is in, let's say, in United States. Can I do a scan and invite him to this room?
Exactly. Then you can use a scanning tool, scan your whole room, import it into the platform, start a spatial meeting, and you will see me in the same environment.
Yeah, that was the leading one. As you can hear, I've been cheating. I'm doing this a little bit. So so now I got a scan of this room, and you can see my body is right there. And then I will invite you, very much the same that we did the hospital, right? So
yes, that's right.
we're in this room. And okay, so that's really, really cool. Thank you for this. So on that note, let's stop my presentation here. I'll give it to our guru to tell us really what's behind all this, because exciting features. Vincent, I will give you my screen now, so you can take it away.
So you hear me, right?
Yes,
okay,
loud
great.
and clear.
I have to switch computer, so I'm not sure what happens with the other one. All right. So I'm going to recap a little bit about what you just saw in the demos, and then talk about a little bit about the details of this new release. And then I have some, information to share about the coming release as well. So yeah, as you can see, this soft skills module template is a new template that we're rolling out for this new release. So with this template, we're trying to address a different kind of training, that looking into the interpersonal and communication skills, right? So, and we want to do it in using 3D and XR to do it in an immersive environment with role playing. And we believe that this will add another dimension, which is exciting to the training, that you will not get with the traditional textbooks or with the text-based chat interface. To improve the learning, we also, as you can see, introduce something, a learning section of this training, where you will get, introduction to the topic. You can learn and watch the videos and get every information you can get about this topic before you dive into the action, the training itself. And before you start the training, there are certain things you need to do. You need to pick a scenario that you want to train on. So what we do is that we will, based on the skill and the topic you have selected, we will dynamically generate these scenarios for you that you can choose from. So this means that there will be an infinite number of scenarios, but they'll still adapt to the skill set that you have chosen to train on. Based on the scenario that you have chosen, then we will generate the role. So if you think about some situations, there usually be like different roles that you can play. For example, if you have a like a job interview situation, right? So you can be the job applicant, or you can be the HR manager on the other side. So you can choose to train on which role you want to play there. So after you have chosen the role, then you can decide how your opponent should react. So just as in real life, right? You have different kinds of people and they have different personalities. And to be a more effective training, you want to kind of, get that aspect into the training as well. So what we do is that we will try to, use AI to make different kinds of diverse personalities, and then you can get to pick one of them, and then you can come back and choose another one. So you can choose different opponents to train on, so to get your really effective training that way. So after you have configured all these things, you're ready to get into this role play interaction section. And as you can see with Martin, you will use your voice or keyboard to kind of interact with the opponent. And it will respond to you dynamically. So nothing is prescripted. We're using the latest AI language model to, drive this forward, the conversation. And when you're ready, finished with the conversation, you can see that we get the assessment. To do that, we will feed in the whole conversation that you just had with the opponent there, and we will analyze the conversations and then, point out to what you did well and what you did not so well and what you can improve on. And we also do, as you can see, the scoring. So we calculate the score based on your performance. And we also get a rating on 5 criteria that is important for this specific soft skills that you're training on. So the criteria will be different for different scenarios. So this is what we do, the feedback. And of course, everything that you have performed so far is recorded to the learning management system. So it's tracking your performance. So next time you can go back into the same training again, and then you can see, you can do it again, and then you can see how you can improve, and you can track your progress that way. And so this is our, the first iteration of our soft skill template, and we have many things that we have lined up in the roadmap going forward. One of the things that we want to do is to add automatic generation of the environment using 360 and 3D environments. So already today in this new release, you can select the environment yourself manually, but our goal is to, based on the topic you have selected, you can, it will generate a suitable environment for you. We're also looking into having more expressive gestures, because we think that body language is a very important aspect of the soft skills training. Another thing that we are looking into is also to inject emotions in the voice synthesizing, so that the avatar can express different emotions in their voice, like being anger or excitement in the voices. And also,
I believe we're going to show a sneak peek of that, Vinsang. I know you're showing a video on it, so stay tuned, guys, if you want to see a angry AI or
still a bit on research, but we definitely can share something down the road. And the last thing that I want to mention is that later you will be able to set your own topic and scenario and role and so on, instead of picking from the curated list that we have provided by you. Okay, so the next thing I want to touch on is the contextual learning. As you can see in the demos, we have changed the way in this guided creation process that we have introduced in the previous version. So now you will start with a image with the main topic. So the idea is that you will get an kind of like overview of the subject. So and then you will see all these subtopics you have lined up there. And then the idea is that you can drill down into the top subtopics that you are interested in. And for example, I can choose the alveoli, and then you will be able to drill down into that subtopic, and you can select a 3D model for better spatial understanding of this topic, and you can see the components of that in 3D. As you can see, we're also using AI to generate those components that are related to this subtopic. You can see here on the top here, and each one of these, as Ali mentioned, is is a multimedia element. So they contain video and image and text, and so I can actually, go back and select other topics, and I can continue to drill down on this knowledge tree to get to different aspects of the
this is
subject.
incredible. It's like you're going deep
Right.
in the rabbit hole, and you dig more and more, and you find this rich
Exactly.
information.
And not only that, Dan, because it's it knows about the context, right? So you know about what is your main topic and what subtopic you have selected. So that's what we mean with the contextual learning. So example, if you pick the element like the briefing is a very generic word, right? So but in this case, you will put the briefing in the context of the diaphragm, and then explain how the briefing is important in this aspect and so on. And
is it
also,
okay? So can I just ask a question there, if you don't mind, just so to clarify my mind? Can I think about this like parents and children and grandchildren? So the grandchildren remember with the grandpa.
Yep, you can see that.
So it's not a discontinued youngster that is not respect for the elderly. Okay, got it. So
the main topic is like the parent, so to speak, and then you can drill down into the subtopics. And as you can see, there is a presentation also. We call it a show and tell, or lecture presentation, and those presentation are also context sensitive. So they will talk about how these components are related to each other, what role they play in this context, and also how, if you selected the process, it will explain about how they work together, but within the context of the one that you have selected. And I think Ali also mentioned about the AI persona before, so that's used for this presentation as well. So you can influence the presentation to adapt it to different audience for a different level of education, right? So that's also something we have added here. And I mentioned also, I think before, or maybe it was Ali that mentioned that you can also add your own custom subtopic. So this is important. If you cannot find the subtopics that is suggested, then you can add your own subtopics to build up your knowledge tree that way. All right. So that's a little bit about the creation. Let's move on to the Playmo experience. So in this new version, we have changed a little bit also. So we are going to present the creation that you created before into make it like a stage presentation. So we will sequentially present each topic, and you have the chance to fully explore the knowledge portals. You can watch videos and you can listen to the lecture before you moving on to the next topic in this creation experience. So at the end of that presentation, you will also get this chance to try out the auto-generated quizzes and Jeopardy games to further, assess your learning process there. So this Jeopardy game is a new type of assessment that we added for this version. So as you can see, you will present it with sequentially a series of questions, and for each question you need to answer to get a full point. But we have added a kind of like a hint system, so that even if you cannot really get it correctly, you get still can get a score by using a little bit of help there to make this exercise very fun, and at the same time you can learn from this exercise. And this is all totally automatically generated. You don't need to type in the questions whatsoever. So yeah, let's move on to some other new features for this release. For the EON Interact, we have introduced some new actions. They are called animation actions. We have the move, rotate, and scale actions. So this means that you can, create motions for the objects or part of the objects. So you can actually animate things there without having to go to an external tool like Blender to create the animation, you can do it right inside the EON XR. And we're using the point and touch interface to make it really easy to apply these motions. We also have another action called color change. This meant to create color changes to the materials. One way to use it is to, for example, if you want to turn on a lamp or you want to change the material somehow based on an external event, then this is an action you can use for that. One really exciting feature that we are going to add down the road is the sequencer action. So we have all these small different actions, right? But sometimes you want to orchestrate and make a sequence of actions, and that's how you can use this sequencer to kind of chain them together. So this can be used, for example, for a standard operating procedure or similar kind of interactions there. And lastly, I want to just mention a few other new features that we have for the 9.9. So one of them is the multi-language support. This is a big area, and we are steadily building out the support for more and more language support. But for this new version in 9.9, we have fully upgraded the AI assistant to be multi-language. So you can go to the avatar settings menu, and then you can choose the language there, and then it will talk to you in that chosen language. We have also made the pick and ask and the AI chat fully multi-language now. So you can, as you can see in the video, you can start to ask questions in another language. So like I say, this is a big area, and we are, our goal is to fully support every aspect of the experience, be multi-language. So coming next, we're going to focus on the AI generated content. So for example, the lecture, Jeopardy games, and the quizzes and everything will be, generated in that language that you have selected. Yeah. So another feature that I want to highlight is the color customization for the annotations. So usually when you have content, you can have different color, and then sometimes the annotation cannot be, clearly visible. So that's why you introduce this feature, where you can go in and customize the color for the annotation, the different aspects of the annotation, like the label, background, or the border, or the text itself, so that you can make the annotation really clear and visible. And this setting is, saved together with the lesson. So that next time you open the content, it will be that color that you have specified. Yes, and lastly, the feature I want to mention is also the image activity. We have added support for 360 panorama picture. So what it means is that when you have an image activity, you can go in and configure it to be a 360 image, and then when you activate it, it will, expand out into the background. So this is very useful if you want to, mix the 3D content with 360, so you can combine a 3D model and with a 360 as a background to kind of improve the experience there. Yeah, so I think that's kind of like a quick overview.
Quite a lot there, and
new features. So you can read more about that in the release notes that we are putting up.
And we'll have them up and on the website, and also if you want more information. I mean, it's so nice to hear it from you, Vincent, because you can explain it in a calm and not so excited and confused way that I do it. That makes sense, and you can follow it in a logical way. So I really appreciate that. But I'm kind of like a kid in the candy store. I like to see. I'm excited about it. Okay. With that said, the excitement is not ending here. It actually just starts, because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you some things that will blow your mind. So I hope I don't exaggerate too much, but even for me, I have to pinch myself when I'm looking at this and to understand the context of it. So first up, and to that, I'll have Jan Källström. Are you with me to help me out?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so first we're gonna do, so when I was a little boy, I wanted to have a genie, and I wanted this genie to go into my room and tell me what's in the room and help me out. And I think you're doing something called IntelliScan. So my suggestion is we're gonna look a little bit of the video that depicts that, and you're gonna explain what this is gonna do for us. Is that okay?
Sure.
Let's go.
Welcome to Laguna Beach, a coastal city in Orange County, California.
This is a home office setup. The desk is made of wood and is cluttered with various items such as a coffee cup, headphones, and a microphone. There is a large window that has a view of the hills and the ocean. The window has bamboo blinds that are partially drawn. There is an exercise bike in the room.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong button there. No worries. So what did we see? I'll stop there.
Okay, if you stop there, so
tell me what's going on here.
Yeah, so what Dan did, he just looked around and it automatically identified things in the room, put out the annotations on it and described exactly what it was, and it can even analyze by looking in the room who was living there. And then if you play the video a little bit longer, you can see that it kind of used AI to analyze what's going on there. So with the IntelliScan, we're going to go, a few things. One is to analyze images in the simulation to kind of point at things in the image, but also like you have here to point at the different things in the room here. So you can go to a new room and then your assistant can be with you and point out and inform you about different things in the room that you've never been to.
Let me see if I get it. So now we saw in the first example that I did today, we were in a hospital, remember, the virtual one. So are you saying that by just coming in and rotating my phone, the phone will, instead of identifying a single image, will identify multiple things in the room, and then this gives the eyes, so to speak, to the avatar, so he can intelligently guide me, assist me in that world, and that can be both virtual and, as we see here, real. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. So it's just you point at different things, and it just automatically pops up at the right place and tell you what it is, and you can even suggest create 3D model of to help you to understand. If you ask, okay, this feature thing that I'm looking around, can you create the 3D model? And so you basically have a discussion with your AI assistant, and it can guide you through to help you in the live scenario.
But this is incredible. So what you're saying, really, I'm just trying to wrap my hand around it. On one side, this AI knows everything about whatever detail, and now we gave him eyes so he can see and understand. And you're alluding that it's not only seeing, but it's also Sherlock Holmes, right? It draws conclusion.
Exactly, it draws conclusion what based on what it sees in the room here. So,
okay.
If you continue with the video.
Test, because I know there's a recording, and you asked the question, so who lives in that room? And it happens to be my room, guys, full disclosure. Let's listen in. Okay, there's no volume here, just a second.
Macro and microphone, creative professional evident. The home office radiates the essence of a creative professional evident from the macro and microphone. The eclectic mix on the bookshelves, from sculptures to varied books, suggests an individual with a rich tapestry of experiences, possibly well-traveled and cultured. The exercise bike speaks to a commitment to health, while the prominent world map indicates a global perspective or wanderlust. With a blend of personal touches and functional items, this room seems to be the sanctuary of someone who intertwines their work with their diverse personal interests.
Oh my God, that was scary. Suni knows me better than my wife. Okay, this is powerful. And so can I ask a question more? So I see that it recognizes stuff in the room, but does this mean also that it will recognize components on an engine, so I can get the annotations, so it will know, okay, this is the compressor. So instead of having those things floating above the object, I can now get them on the
exactly.
object.
So this floating annotations that comes up on top of the images, that's kind of an intermediate solution there. So next thing is to kind of to get those annotations to get into the image. That's one thing. But then you have thousands and millions of models where you don't have annotations on it. There's no names on the part, and it's very time consuming to get that. And now you can just take a picture and it analyzes it, and then it's adding those annotations, because our content is based on a lot on that you have a correct naming of the part. So now this is just explode what we can do with everything.
Yeah, you got my mind spinning, because you just told me, or actually Vincent just told me, that I can say office building, and it based on that generates a prompt, which then generates a 360, which just generates a 3D model. And then with this IntelliScan, it will recognize everything in that office, and it will be able to tell me. But what I'm thinking about, what if we do this in a factory and there is an engine, and then I need to get a repair operation. I don't remember the repair operation. What you're telling me is that it will put the annotation on the physical engine, and then it will show me, so I can, just like a monkey, follow the instructions, and it will guide me through the whole process. Is that what you're saying? Exactly.
And also combining everything that you heard before about the spatial meetings, and so you can have this automatically created, but then you have maybe the expert or like a new trainee, they're located somewhere else, and then you can get them to show up virtually, and you can train together on this. And
okay.
And not only that, we're going to have, so we can mix with 3 people using a Quest, 2 with HoloLens, and 5 with mobile phone.
Wow. So if I go to Alaska, you send me to repair a pump, and I don't have a clue what it is, you will pop up there and guide me and assist me. Or better still, we can even have an avatar if it's in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. So talking about the devil, we talked about something automatically to generate. Walk me through how these things were created. Because I understand that everything I look at here is generated by AI. The rooms, the environments, the equipment, the narration, the text, the annotations. Walk me through what's happening here, please. How is this image created?
Okay, this is created. So I'm sure everybody have used ChatGPT. You have a prompt, and it comes up like talking to a real human being. But here you have a prompt to describe, I want to have a mechanics store. It's going to be this and this features, and make it look like it's 50s or something. Very detailed description. And then boom, it just comes up. And then we will use that inside our application. Or it could also be that the other way around is like you're inside the lesson, and based on what it's about, it's just creating it on the fly. So that's where we're going towards, where everything's going to be created on the fly. So everything gets like dynamically created.
Now my mind is spinning, because what you're telling me is first we're going to get the environments on the fly, we're going to get the instructions on the fly, and the guidance and the show and tell, and the avatars. I can see this going to not only practical things, but imagine storytelling and quests about history or going back in time. That was a little prompt. So what about that? Listen, let's listen in first. So I'm in the Maya. It's raining. It's
mingled with the ghastly remains of human sacrifices. The damp walls, a silent testament, narrated retold through ancient Mayans.
The last thing there was something I never knew about, which is a pipe that shows when you extract the human heart from a flesh, how it sounds. And they even created a pipe. This is real history, gentlemen, ladies. Anyway, so Jan, so everything we are seeing here, even
beneath the ancients,
the stories that we hear is also the same way generated, correct?
Exactly. Everything is generated on the fly from a prompt.
Okay. Now, Vincent said something about emotions. So I just know that he sent me these videos here. One was about different type of people with different type of emotions. So let me just listen in and you explain what's happening.
Yo, EON XR 9.9, dropping a tech feast. AI avatars emotion from the most to the least. Whispers to shouts, they've got the whole range. In this digital world, they are the big change. Lifelike, real talk, emotion flowing like wine. It's a preview of magic.
Sounds like someone had fun there.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at an avatar right now, it's pretty, same tone, and it's very realistic. But with this tone, and it's also comes from not necessarily from a prompt. It could be you're talking to in soft skills, and you ask a question, and then you get like an angry answer, and then you can respond in an angry voice with an angry tone, and both with gestures as well as kind of the way the avatar is talking. So make it a little bit more lifelike.
So basically, from the prompt, we get a tone and then emotion, and the software translates that emotion into a voice that embodies that emotion, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So
both as a voice as well as the gestures and
the gestures. I saw the gestures here to the left. That makes sense. Let's listen into two more samples just quickly.
Education's new cool and oh so pretty.
I could not in a million years think that that's not a human. It sounds too human-like. Let's see here.
Of EON XR 9.9's legends soar. In the world of EON, where the night is eternal, it's a Dracula pale in a tale infernal.
Okay, I think we need to leave this before I get too scared. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So let me just try to sum it up. We have the 9.9 release with this new exciting features. But what's around the corner is a course navigator. And I need your help here, Jan, because I think I understand the background of this solution. It's the fact that many times when we talk with an academic institution or enterprise, they want to create courses themselves, but they don't know what EON knows. So they know what's possible and not. So I guess the idea with this is to let AI that knows everything, knows what you want and knows what the customer has, to put that together. Is that a, I'm trying to keep it simple. Is that a fair description?
Yes, exactly. I mean, if you just have a library where you're going to look for, certain things. So we do it kind of the other way around. Okay, you're going to study at Chalmers, at in Gothenburg or Stanford, and then you want to get the lesson that it's kind of streamlined, that works with AR, because everything doesn't work with AR and VR. So it's helping you to find the lesson and then automatically just create it on the fly. So
wow, this sounds like magic. So let me just see, because I know you created some slides for me, Jan, here. So I'm trying to walk them through. And so first, I'll actually skip the first part to go to the custom one. So, but first today we have only one option, right? It's classic. So there's going to be two options. One is what you just described, navigator. And I know also you have around the corner something called knowledge world, right? So let me just quickly go and I'll ask questions so everybody can. So I understood from this that you can have, different courses. If I select university, it's going to generate hard skills, soft skills. I can select soft skills. It's going to do that. And then it's going to take us to the process that Ali just showed us when he builds this for us step by step. And we have a play mode when we are then interrogated or assessed. Sorry, that was the wrong word. But then now comes the magic where you can ask so here, let's say if you as a user don't know what you want and don't know what EON is capable, all you have to do is to say the name, right, Jan?
Yes, exactly. Just say the name, and then it's just finds it for you.
So walk me through what's happening here. So I said Stanford. Let's say I go to Stanford, and what's happening now?
Okay, so now you're going to get suggestions of a number of courses. So it's up to you if you want to have like 5, 10, 20.
I said 8.
8 courses.
Okay. So now it's building the courses for me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. This sounds
now you can choose, do you want to have hard skills course or a soft skills course, and everything is going to be finding real courses, and then kind of put like a turbo effect on that course to use this technology automatically.
Wow. I know that you were the inventor of another amazing thing called the knowledge world for 3D, and we did that a year ago, but then you didn't think that it had enough substance. So now you came up with an idea here about creating a knowledge world where we navigate instead in a 2D interface in a world. So tell me a bit about what's different with this versus what we just saw a second ago.
Yeah.
And what would be the benefit of being in a world? And before you do that, I just want to play one simple video so people understand the concept.
Welcome to Virtual Campus with Ava, your portal to endless learning. Embark on a unique journey across our university campus, technical center, community college, or K-12 section. Or customize your path. Your adventure starts here. Where will you first explore?
So I assume you take advantage of this text to 3D, right? Correct?
Yes, of course. But the first virtual campus could be like a specific university, but there you can also meet others too. So we think that it's important to make it like a fun experience as well. So you can go there, you can meet other people. Maybe you can meet like a virtual assistant for a specific for Stanford, and then you just fly into to their campus, and then you kind of go through 3D to choose your courses instead of just on the flat 2D.
But I see something else here. Am I right to say that when I go to the virtual campus or I go to this knowledge world and I talk with this guy?
Welcome, I'm Tekna, guiding you to master trades and technology.
So when I talk with him, and if I don't know anything, can I ask him about how to use this? So I don't need to have a user interface and buttons?
Yes, of course. You can ask him anything, and you can use your voice to control things and get...
So I could ask this guy now, he said he's specialized in technical vocational training. I can ask him, I want to have a CNC machine, and I want to learn how to maintain this CNC machine. And he will create the lesson on the fly. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Wow. This is crazy. So, but the same thing can happen for community
college.
Hello,
welcome to our community college hub.
Or can happen for K-12.
Yeah. Hi, adventurers. I'm EduKid, your guide in this learning.
Now, how about the custom part, right? So let's go back to the example where we had buttons. So now if I ask Stanford, what you're saying to me is that I'm actually going to go to Stanford.
Welcome to the digital Stanford legacy. I'm Cardinal, your guide. Discover engineering in VR labs,
and here everything is created on the fly.
And business and medicine through simulations. Tradition meets technology.
See,
offering an
I think this is crazy, right? Because the world is at mid-journey when you think about text to image, or you think, and they are just starting with text to video, but they are very short. They are 10 seconds and they are not very good. What you are doing here, Jan, if I understood you correctly, is that you are creating stories that are generated on the fly and knowledge games and real classes on the fly. Am I putting too much into this?
No, and then you can basically, you can go in any direction and kind of unlimited, like explore anything in any direction because everything is created on the fly.
Wow. And so let's look at some timelines because this sounds almost too good to be true. So I understand that the release on the 9.9 is out today, correct?
Yes.
And then we have what's coming around the corner. Let's go here. is the course navigator, and that's going to be out by the end of the month. And sometimes early next year, we'll have also the knowledge world, I think in beta version January. You know, this is so exciting. What I see here, what you describe, is essentially that EON does an engine, if you will, for text to XR that don't only generate 3D models, don't only generate narration and avatars and environments, but encapsulates the knowledge of the world. And I know from Train AI that you can also train it on your own stuff, your own company. So this will change everything, I believe. I'm almost difficult to see a limit to it. And my question to you is, what happens when we get AGI? What's next, Jan? What's next after knowledge world?
Well, you know, it's kind of hard to predict, but it's the only thing I know. It's going to be, you know, quite amazing. With it's kind of, I mean, it's AGI is everything is going so fast now. So it's like everything will be automatically, and yeah, I don't know. I think you can describe it better then. But
yeah,
you
know, it is really, I like your comment that we don't know, and that's the truth. We can speculate, but what I think we can shape this future, so we don't lose the humanity. I think it's important that we as humans are involved in this process, and that it's done for a good purpose. I see this also affecting youth, future job opportunities. One thing that I started looking at entry jobs at after universities, people don't get as many jobs. And how can we empower these students? And one thing that I don't want to go into today, but we can talk more about next year, but I want to give you a glimpse of that. Let's listen in 30 seconds. Just a second.
A future where imagine, if you will, a future where artificial intelligence has transformed the job market as we know it. What happens when AI steps into roles traditionally occupied by humans? The year 2024 is set to witness such a disruption, a dramatic upheaval that leaves new graduates in a challenging position. But what if we could turn this challenge into an opportunity? An increasing productivity will likely reduce traditional work requirements. Our charter becomes even more appealing in this context, attracting young visionaries eager to join a movement that makes a real difference. Our vision is global empowerment, focusing on the positive aspects of an AI-centric revolution. We see AI not just as a tool for productivity, but as a daily companion enhancing overall well-being, prosperity, and peace. So we ask you, are you ready to join a movement that is shaping the future? Are you ready to empower yourself and others with the knowledge and skills to navigate the AI revolution? If so, we invite you to join the AI Entrepreneur Internship Program. Step into the future, make a difference, be part of the revolution.
Of course, I couldn't have said that better. Okay, so thank you for that, Jan. We're going to end with a nice gift, ready for Christmas, which is a grant. We want you guys to use this tool. We want to improve your learning, training, and performing. We know that whether you're an academic institution or a company, you can derive a lot of return on investment. This is not the place and time to talk about it. If you're interested, we have an ROI calculator, and I can tell you how much you can make or save. So what I would like to talk just 2 seconds about is this aspect of the grant. And the grant is that you will get everything from us required to make it happen: the infrastructure, the platforms, the hardware, the know-how, and also the implementation. And we've done this with others. So here's a good example where we grew to 16,000 students in 2 months. And the students and AI created more than 50,000 experiences. We've seen this in places like Malaysia. They take advantage of this grant, and they had a 97% employability for 4,000 students. We've done that in the Arab world. Recently, we just launched this in Thailand.
Ladies and gentlemen, positive, and want this project to be implemented in all city schools. So in January.
So they've done it in all city schools, using this technology today in places that they have not access or money to create all these things in physical right. And here it is. The grant enables you to get 99% of the cost covered. It's going to expire by the end of this year. So we are doing this just as an introduction to get people on the program. If you want to learn more about this, feel free to contact us. But in essence, it's a grant for campus-wide rollout, whether you are a university, whether you are a community college, or whether you are whole nations, like we have done now, for example, in places like South Africa, you have access to that. And at this point, people ask me, okay, so we see this is exciting, but can you put some numbers behind this? And what we did is we put together a report that you can get at no cost from us, which is a 35-page document outlining what the benefits are. And this is based on papers reviewed by organizations like Stanford and Harvard, published documentation of what you can achieve. And it's pretty amazing. You can increase your engagement and motivation with 70%, knowledge retention with 40%, skills development with 60%, etc. But this also is not just soft benefits, they also are hard. And we, in the name of the GPT, we have actually generated a GPT for you, a ROI calculator. So you can put your organization name, how many students you have. You can put how much you expect to. You have to answer a couple of questions here. For example, the tuition that you currently charge, or the money you get from the government for each student. And based on that, it will calculate the total annual tuition revenue, the increase in tuition revenue you can expect, the potential savings in educational materials, the potential savings from dropout rates, which we know will be reduced, and also the total benefits of this. So you get a concrete ROI calculation that you can submit to your decision makers to be able to advance in this new era. And on that note, I thank you for your time. Keep in mind, every 2 weeks, we are coming with something new. So 2 weeks from now, I know Mr. Beast is coming, I think also every 2 weeks. We don't offer him the craziness that he has, but I promise we're going to keep you on your toes. On that note, thank you so much. Thanks to all the team members from EON for doing such a wonderful job. And I can't really wait to see what's next. All the best, guys. Bye for now.
Thank you, Dan. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Jan. Thank you.
Bye.
Richie.
Bye-bye.
All the best, guys. See you.